Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Go on, Nate. Mike, 47. Here we go, going to 53. Check 43. Say 26.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running with Elliott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't believe that that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just, you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
Hey, 47. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. This is taken around the 12. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Busts through the tackle. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 3rd and long. It's Newton. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 83 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On 1st, it's Matthews again. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Newton, he finds Matthews. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Inside handoff, Matthews. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
20.
Now it's Newton. And the catch made here by Sharon Peak. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Newton now to throw. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
No. 20.
Newton now to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Newton to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Prescott to throw it. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go, 46, 46. Check my 33. Check my off. Here we go.
To the air again, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. To try again after the sack, Prescott. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Switch. Tight dog. Kill.
Prescott from the gun. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
49, check 49. Slam. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. The ball comes out. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready. 54. Ready. Alert flare. Gun. Check 3. Out. Express. Blow. Right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This is Matthews. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Gun. Express.
46-yard line.
Hey, let's get in that hole. Mike. Check 55.
Play action. It's Newton. Rolling to his left. He's got it at the 15. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
55. Right there. Express.
From the red zone now, Newton. Flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
8. Here we go. That's it. Watch 55. Twist. Mike 55.
Here's Newton now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Back. Check four. 6, 8.
Matthews will try and get him in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Running from the gun with Matthews. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll run with Matthews. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Cooper was the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Matthews the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Great. 54.
2nd down and goal. Newton eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Again, it's Elliott. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Newton. Looking for White on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, 47. 47's the mic, 47's the mic. All day, just like that, just like that. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Prescott on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Gun. Right there. 54, right? 54, Mike. Not today, you want. Get him.
Off play action. Newton. Now he'll square up and throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Toss play to Matthews. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, screen pass. It's Matthews. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton, flush to his right. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Taco Charlton in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Kevin White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Here's Pollard again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 31 yards there and a first down.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I got you. I got you.
Again, it's Matthews. He finds an opening past the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. From midfield now on 2nd down, Newton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He gets it here to Peake. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Check. Lucky.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.